box out.
Two elite rebounding teams here, BA, so making sure that possessions count. Work to get the best possible shot you can in the half court, because you know there's not going to be a lot of second opportunities in this one.
It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And Jackson, here we go.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Jackson, following the bucket by Boston. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Too much. Defense unable to slow Lopez down.
Boston on offense. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one is off. Tatum with some nice D. Pass to White. Wide open. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Jackson outside. Launches a three. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Trailing by 2. White on the wing. Kick out to Brown. Outside Holiday. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Boston. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Outside for Green. Takes a three. From outside the arc. White with the steal. With a step back. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And here's Brown for 3. Connects from downtown.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Bucks trail by 3. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Now here's Tatum. Still no points. Here's Holiday. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Well, a longer point guard out there, Drew Holiday, can score close into the rim with that kind of size.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Crafty move. Pass to Brown. There's 45 seconds left to the first.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. The 3 from Prince. Buries it from 3.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Holiday looking for an opening. Here's Tatum. Porzingis high post. Pass to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 17. And it's Boston scoring again.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Prince. Jackson for three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Kuzma for three. And a Again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
And Kuzma has proven he can be an effective scorer, whether he's operating on or off the ball.
Brown with a screen. Throws it up high. Oh, my goodness! Jaylen Brown takes one out of the rafters.
I love seeing players connect like this. Brown excels at knowing when to go for alley-oops.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. White for three. Rebounded by Kuzma.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Brown looking around. Oh, Brown going to go get it. And Brown with the stuff.
And the defense didn't even see Brown coming, driving in hard and making a statement.
Inside. Lets the three fly. And Green good for three. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
From deep range, KP hits it.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
To the middle. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, BA. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. The kick out to White. Outside, Brown. Porzingis for three. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
He gets called for the over the back. He thought he could slip through the cracks and grab the rebound.
Well, he plays super active on the glass, so calls like this are to be expected.
Outside, Green. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Kuzma. 5 on the clock. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Celtics with the lead. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent, but Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
He clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special. And when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Kuzma. He takes it in. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Kuzma using his athleticism and finishing on the drive.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. There's a minute 12 left in the first half. Pass to White. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
Now here's Porter. Pass to Kuzma. 4 on the clock. From deep. Porter's shot is off.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And here's Kuzma. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Outside Holiday. Kick out to Brown. Screen by Horford. And it's Brown off the drive. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Bucks trail by 7. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Outside White. Porzingis sets a screen. Pass to Holiday. Left side Tatum. The 3 is up. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here's Jackson. Inside. Yes! And the foul! It's on Drew Holiday.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one misses. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, BA, there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as he possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
On the drive, Brown can be a nightmare to keep up with. He's got just the right mix of speed and power.
To the middle. Here's Lopez. Boston pulls it in. Here's Holiday. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Holiday playing some unpredictable ball there. Remarkable at getting the defender into the air with that shot fake.
Holiday hits them both. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. The Bucks trail by 11. Antetokounmpo with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Pass to Trent. Outside, Green. To the inside. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. To the paint. A big-time flush by Giannis.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Pass to Tatum. On the wing, Holiday. Outside, Brown. 6 to shoot. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into score.
I'm losing every quarter to this bum. That's crazy.
To the lineup for the Celtics, number 11.
So it's Milwaukee now. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. The rebound, Celtics. Now Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Yeah, knowing his position on the floor and expecting the ball, Tatum knew his job in executing.
And here's Green from the arc. He buries it from 3. Green's got 9.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Tatum draws the double. Brown with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Pass to Pritchard. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. And no good to start tonight, missing his first attempt there. Inside. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston leading by 9. To the inside. Rebounded by Kuzma. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Green. Fires the 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Porzingis with it. Launches it. Knocks down the triple. Pritchard's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Outside, Green. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Boston Celtics now holding a 12-point. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
All right, fans, give it up for Celtics.
Swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Boston leading by 12. Right side Tatum. White for 3. Giannis with the rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to Prince. Trent outside. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. That won't fall. 6 for 10 from the floor now. So it's Boston now. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Now Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis working inside.
Yeah, Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
And Giannis throws it down.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
White on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 13. Left side, Green. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Back to Antetokounmpo. Brown with the steal. All by himself. And White finishes off the break. Well done. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Boston?
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Trent with it. Driving in. Yep, count it.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Back to White. White coming through.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Jackson. Some solid defense from Holiday. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. The lead is 15. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. There's the triple. He drops it from range. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Kuzma, that's good.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the three.
Double team on Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Outside White. Tatum from long range. Rebounded by Trent.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The kick out to Kuzma. Pass to Lopez. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics lead by 15.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Celtics.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Derek White.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
There's 53 seconds left in the final quarter. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. Here's Peterson. Gets the three ball to go.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Trent's shot is off. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Trent grabs the miss. And here's Milwaukee now, trailing by 19. Jackson, the screen. Here's Peterson. Misses the shot. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were some